Hi, welcome back. We're on week 22, and this week we're talking about business strategy. Really, to simplify it, business strategy is just a series of very deliberate actions that are used to improve your business. That's really, you're just being very intentional about what you're doing for your business. And business strategy sounds very MBA-ish, and I guess it kind of is because you can get an MBA in strategic business. But what we're really talking about is making decisions for your business that are based on four pillars. So there's four pillars of strategy, and they're called vision, analysis, target, and plan. And if you're thinking about a strategy, you really want to do it based off of those four pillars. You kind of want to walk through those four pillars, not kind of, you want to. As an example, at the end of the year, Corey and I sit down and we do annual strategic planning where we take a look at everything that we've done the year before or the current year. And then we start to map out what our goals are for the following year. And that's really our strategy for the year. And we base it off of the vision of the company. So is everything in alignment? And if you listen to the audio clip, you heard us talk about our goal over the next 10 years of impacting 1 million small businesses. Well, that goal very much aligns with the vision of our company, which is helping small business owners. So you want to just make sure that when you're thinking about your strategy, when you look at vision, that the actual strategy or the goals ties back directly to the vision of your business. So you just don't want to get yourself out of alignment. And that's why you want to start with that step. And it's a super quick step, right? Where you're just looking at, okay, this is what we want to do. We want to impact 1 million businesses. Is that who we are? It is. Okay, check. Next is analysis. And when you do the analysis stage, you kind of want to look at, what have you already done? What have you done in the past that you could reuse as part of this? What have you done that hasn't worked? Where do you need to make adjustments? Do we need to fine tune the goal or the strategy at all? Saying 1 million businesses that we're going to impact, do we want to stagger it so it's really only maybe the first 3 years is just 100,000, and then we're like really taking off and launching because we've got this first 3 years where we're just sort of getting our name out there. So you're really you're analyzing the goal and figuring out what tweaks do you need to make so that you can be successful. But you also want to look at, what have we already done that we can reuse so you can make it easy on yourself. Next, you think about target. That's the next pillar. And the target pillar is really thinking about, how do you break down the goal? Like where are you trying to get to? What would we do? So again, if we're going to use the million small businesses, like how do we break that down over 10 years? Just at a very high level, what does that look like? Is it 100,000 a year? Is it, like I said, 100,000 the first 3 years? What methods can we use to do it? Is it through, do we have to talk to everybody? Do we have to serve 1 million people as clients? Is it reading our blogs, watching our videos, signing up for Foundation 52? We're just kind of figuring out the different targets that we're using to achieve that goal. And then the last step is planning. And this is really just pulling everything together. So you already know what lines up with your vision, pillar 1. You know what has already been done in your business that you can reuse, and you've already adjusted anything to make sure that it's the most solid goal possible. Pillar 2, analysis. Pillar 3, you've named your targets. You've identified how you're going to go about doing it, what specifically you're looking at. You're getting very specific with the target, and in the plan, you're actually creating the plan to roll it out and to achieve the goal. Now, listen, sometimes strategies only last like 6 months, where you're just like, this is our short-term strategy to do this. We want to really bump revenue, or we want to get our listenership up on our podcast. You don't have to be 10-year goals, right? That's just a really easy example for us to use. Your strategies are really based on what it is that you're trying to accomplish with your business, which you're deciding as you're doing your annual strategic planning, hopefully. If you're not doing annual strategic planning, there's a week later on where we walk through it in very much detail. And we really highly recommend that you pick up that practice for your business. Okay, there's some downloads for you. Lots of information, as always. If you need any help, you know how to find us, and can't wait to see you next week. Have a great week.